Yo, what is going on, everybody? Gabriel Santos here, and it's been a while since I made a video. I know I've been saying that the last couple of videos, and I've been kind of tripped up on what kind of content to make, but I think I'm gonna go old school today and just whip out the camera and just share, because that's what I did when I first started this channel. So first of all, just hello to everyone. It's great to see you all. Would love to hear everyone sound off in the comments. How are you doing? What is up? Hope everyone is doing well. There's a lot of things I could share right now, but the main thing is, we're halfway through the year now, right? July just began. We're pretty much halfway through the year now, and um, maybe all of us could take this moment to just check in about that. And maybe even before we do that, to just like have a moment to just take a breath. Like, ah, right? Um, no matter where you've been, whether it's high success, nailing milestones, right? Hitting certain, levels of achievement, or you've been dragging and not much has changed, and every step forward is met with a step back, or maybe you're somewhere in between, right? You had a great month and then a shit month. You had a great week and then the shit week. No matter what, 10 out of 10, 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10, 1 out of 10. Let's all just take a moment, right? Let's all just take a moment. Now, if you're at a 10 out of 10, I want to acknowledge that, first of all. And let you know that this video really isn't meant for you, right? What I have to say to those that are 10 out of 10 is, I see you, I appreciate you, I honor you, and feel free to stay in this video and continue doing what you're doing. And I invite you to spread that energy around and help others, really, right? This video is really meant for people who maybe feel that their year has not gone how they want it to go, or rather, they really want the rest of the year to go more in alignment with how they want it to go, right? So again, this is who that video is for. Let's take a deep breath together. In fact, I am in that group, right? And so I'll be coaching myself and sharing that process with you. And so the first thing really, I think, is for those of us in that space to, again, I'm going to say it again, just have a moment to just break away from the constant chatter and the emotions that come with that space. The space of maybe stagnancy, the space of wanting to make changes, but not having the motivation or the willpower or even the desire to make those changes. And so the first thing I want to share for all of us is that it's okay. It's okay. And the point of that is to dissipate any guilt and shame and judgment and criticism that comes with this whole space. The space of wanting to make changes but not. Wanting to make changes but still doing the same old shit, right? For example, for me, it's like wanting to be in shape, wanting to be healthier, but still having ice cream with my girlfriend, and still not going on walks, and still pretending like I'm okay with the belly fat that I've accrued, right? Yeah, so the point right now is just to maybe shed some light on these areas instead of avoiding or pretending, and just to, at least in this moment, acknowledge what's really there for us and just look at it square in the eye with maybe even a hint of humor, like, oh my God, what have I been doing? All right, just to relieve some of this tension and to let go some of the heaviness. Okay. Now, if you're in the same space as me right now, not yet ready to create an action plan, and I think it's also important to acknowledge that, like, not yet ready to commit to something, and that's okay. If you are ready to commit to something, then do that. But I think it's important to not only not get ahead of ourselves, but to honor where we're really at. Right? And I think maybe the space that I'm at personally, and maybe you can share this sentiment, is the space of just getting honest with how things have been going, and honest with the fact that I'm not ready to do something different, and at the very least I can be in alignment with that energy, the energy of I'm not ready to make a change. I know I want it, but I'm not ready and I'm not willing. And that might sound counterproductive, right? Like, okay, so this video is about changing, but the advice I'm getting is to not make a plan and not commit. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is sometimes part of the process to really breaking through is addressing what's really there and bringing that up. Because what I found for myself, and what you might find for yourself, is that as you unload some of this energy, shame, guilt, resistance, fear, panic, that then what will be left when you unload a lot of that stuff is the lightness that allows for action taking and desire and willpower. Not to say you couldn't force yourself out of it, because you can. But sometimes there's so much grief and guilt and shame and sadness and anger and infuriation that stuff all clouds us and is like sludge and mud that makes action taking borderline impossible, if not super difficult, where you do have to force yourself out of it, right? You have to force yourself through the mud. What I'm saying here is maybe what's there to do is to address what is causing the mud and to take the mud out. That way, when it comes to action taking, you can just walk instead of trudge, right? I don't even know if that's a word, trudge. Okay, so there's many different ways to go about making the changes in our lives. What I'm offering you in this video today is that maybe what's there is to just put your attention on your life and remove the criticism and just spend some time here. That's all. Just spend some time here. Spend some time with yourself and how things have been going. Try and remove that ultra critical tone and not necessarily be over compassionate about it, but at the very least be neutral and just see if you can laugh. Like, see if you can just be like, oh my God, what has been going on? And then in that kind of humorous honesty, maybe what you can do from there is see what is a small change, or rather, what is a change that I am open to, and see from this space what comes up. Not what your head thinks you should do, not what you did in the past, not what sounds good, but what really comes up for you. And maybe what comes up is like, maybe nothing, right? But maybe something does come up. Maybe like, maybe, you know what, I want to drink a little more water. Maybe I want to journal. Maybe I do want to go on a walk today. Maybe I want to just take a moment to breathe. Right? Whatever it is. Whatever it is. Right? But anyways, the main advice of this video is to just take a moment and have some humorous honesty about how your year has gone, and begin to consider what changes you want to make moving forward. But ultimately, I think this video is about just addressing whatever lower emotions have been there for you, and to just release those the best you can. And then as you release, to cultivate the courage to, and we're getting towards the end of the video here, but to cultivate the courage to commit to something and meet yourself where you're at, right? So it's humorous honesty, acknowledge what's been happening, unloading the lower energies, shame, guilt, regret, remorse, frustration, and then cultivating the courage to commit to something. And see where that takes you. All right, so that's it for today. Hope this video found you well. Again, leave any comments, questions, or anything you'd like to share about anything down in the comments below. And that's it for today, guys. I will see y'all in the next video. Have a good one. Peace.